welcome or welcome back. My name is Laura. Today we're just going to do a quick coloring updates video. I don't have a ton to share, but I also wanted to talk a little bit about my mom and what's been going on and ask for more prayers. So let's go ahead and do the little updates part first. So I haven't been coloring a lot. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been working on a cross stitch. I did finish the cross stitch. I need to post that I finished. I need to find a frame for it too. But I started this. This is my first page in Tales from the Witch's Cottage by Hannah Carlzon. You can see I had other ones marked to do last year and I didn't. But I really wanted to get one done this spooky season, and for me, spooky season has begun. So I am a summer-ween kind of gal. So this is how far I've gotten. Not terribly far, but it's moving. And then I finished the page we started that we were working on last time. I didn't start it. I had already started off camera, but I finished it. I did my little background thing that I do with you start off, so there's 4 strips of color here, and then you mix the 2 colors with dots. You can't really see it with that one, and then it just kind of blends it together a little bit. I think it looks really nice. Happy with this page. It was fun. That was in Life of Witches by Usiku. It was my birthday this month. I got some birthday gifts. I got try and push this away from me so it's not so loud. Okay, I got from Emily Lex Studio, I got Tropical and Bouquets. They're watercolor workbooks. There's line art, very, can you see that? Yeah, it's very faint line work on one side, and then the finished picture over here, the color palette, and instructions about what to do first, in what order you should be painting this. So those are the paintings from the tropical one. Particularly fond of the sea turtle and the monstera. And then the bouquets is the same deal. It's a very lightly drawn bouquet, and then you fill it in, and then here are the bouquets that you get to do. This one seems much more advanced than this one, but I do love flowers, so I'm probably going to go for it. This was a gift from one of my aunts, aunt on my mom's side, my Auntie Vicky. And she also gave me the matching paintbrushes and the matching watercolor set. Is this the same thing? Paint and Pigment Studios. Oh no, this must not be a matching watercolor set. This is just a watercolor set. Are they? No, this is just a watercolor set. They must have been being sold at the same place. It's in this nice little tin. They're in these little pans, and then it comes with a water brush. So that's nice. I don't know if I'm going to use them for this, or if I'm going to use nicer watercolors. Not that there's anything wrong with these. I'm sure they're lovely. I wonder if I'm going to get frustrated with them. I should try them on some regular paper first. That's what I should do. I should try them on some regular paper first and see how I like them, because they might be fantastic. Who knows? So that was the gift from my Aunt Vicky. This was a gift from a family friend, a very close family friend. She always remembers me on my birthday. And this is I have another book by this brand. It's Kaiser Color. It's published in Australia. Where is it? Yeah, Kaiser Craft. So this is copyright 2022. Kaiser Craft in Victoria, Australia. Proudly printed in Australia. All illustrations featured in this book are original. So I think I have the unicorn one, which I got at grocery outlet. But this is the Live, Laugh, Bloom, which I believe she got at somewhere like Marshall's or Home Goods or TJ Maxx or something like that. But it's a cute book. I love, like, there's some kitty pages. I should tell you about the kittens. So we have kittens, not we personally, but the neighborhood has kittens. There's the mama, and there's 4 kittens. And we're working on figuring out, they're probably about 4 or 5 weeks old. They're they're old enough to eat on their own and play around and have a really good time. We're all feeding them and giving them water. It's been really hot, so we've been making sure there's fresh water out there all the time. So we're working on figuring out how to go about, is there someone we can call to come collect them and, adopt them out, or do they want to do trap and release, or, I don't know. We just don't want to leave a bunch of unfixed cats in the neighborhood to make more little beautiful kitties, but just not a good thing. So we're working on that. These 2 I got from my parents. This is Wondrous Folk by Christine Caron and Little Folk by Christine Caron. I have the first one. I got them in, well, I don't know which order these ones came out. I got the other one first because it was the first book that came out, and I got that for Christmas, I think, and I really enjoyed it. So these are just more of her beautiful artwork. I love coloring these with markers. I'm still in my water-based marker phase. And they work pretty well in there. From my other aunt, and to me she's my Zia because that's aunt in Italian. She's always been Zia. I got the Golden Girls Color by Number by Thunder Bay Press. I have another Color by Number from Thunder Bay Press. I think it's the Bob Ross. That took me a second. Bob Ross. So I'm going to show you the answers. So if you don't want to see them, look away. I know they're pretty small, but they're all scenes from the show. So if you're unfamiliar with the show, it's a lot of these might not make sense. And I haven't seen the show in a while. It's admittedly been a while. But I am looking forward to coloring, and I'm actually looking forward to rewatching The Golden Girls too. Maybe I'll watch it while I'm coloring this. There's some more. There's a lot of, this is a really thick book, so there's 191. I love this one at the end. It's like a poster. Anyway, there's 191 images. Color key, there's 35 colors in the color key. I might switch around the colors a little bit and make it a little more pastel, because these are pretty vibrant. But, the Golden Girls was in the 80s, which was a little more pastel, not quite as vibrant as those colors are making it out to be. So I might make my own palette. It's very detailed, so it would definitely need a really fine point. I love this one. So looking forward to that. She also got me a sticker by number. It's called Be Calm. It's by Brain Games, which makes really fun stuff. You can get them on Amazon. This sticker by number is like, there's a lot of like watercolor pages, and then every page has a positive, some positive words on the other side. But there's a lot of like watercolor-ish type pages, some mandalas. So I'm really looking forward to work on this. Maybe I'll take it into my room tonight and work on it. Is that it? I think the rest isn't in my pile is stuff I've already showed you. Yep. I did order some stuff from Amazon yesterday, I think, but I chose delayed shipping because it got like, sometimes if you choose delayed shipping, you get like digital dollars to spend on like ebooks and music and stuff. I always do that so that my dad can get like, because it'll go to him, and so he'll get like ebooks and whatnot. So I do that if I can. And actually, the books I bought 4 books, and it got like $4 or $5 worth of digital dollars. It's like, wow, that's a lot. So my stuff isn't coming until like Sunday or something, but it's Thursday. It's not like it was that much of a delay. Like that's basically just free money. So now that I've shown you stuff I got for my birthday and what's been going on, I want to talk about my mom just a little bit. And I don't remember exactly where I left off last when I talked to you. I think it was that she was having a biopsy to determine what treatments would be effective to her specific cancer, or to the current cancer that's there. And she's still waiting for the biopsy results for that. It says it can take like 2 weeks. And she got it on Monday, I think, and was it really only Monday, or was it last week? I don't know. I'm losing track of days. It's a lot's been going on, but I think it was this week, and I think she isn't. No, I think it was last week. I don't know when I'm going to drop that. I don't know when it was, but she doesn't have the results back is the point. And she sees her oncologist tomorrow, and he hopefully will put her on some kind of plan, even if he doesn't have the biopsy results back, just to get her going with something like chemo, or even if it's just basic chemo next week. Because this week, today's Thursday. I can't believe it's only Thursday. Today's Thursday. On Tuesday night, she ended up going to the ER, and she was in so much pain. She had a really high fever. She was so uncomfortable, and my dad took her to the ER after he got home, and I would have taken her if she had wanted to go earlier, but she was waiting to hear back from the emergency helpline or whatever at her oncologist office. So by the time she heard back, my dad was home, and they went to the ER, and that was before dinner. That was like at 6 o'clock. And they didn't get home until like 2 a.m. And of course I was awake the whole time because I was really upset and I couldn't sleep. And my dad's like, you need to go to sleep. It's fine. We'll get home. But I couldn't sleep because I couldn't stop worrying that I'd never see her again. And that, sometimes people go into the hospital and they don't come back. And so I was ruminating over that for a really long time. And She did come back, and they gave her some antibiotics because obviously it's appeared that she had some kind of infection going on with the fever as high as it was, and they did a bunch of tests to try and determine where the infection was coming from, but everything was negative. But they did make sure she got a full round of IV antibiotics, and yesterday she was feeling better. She's having a little more trouble today, like it's ramping back up again. So I think she's really happy that she's going to see her oncologist tomorrow, who can hopefully point her in the right direction of what she needs to be doing next. And yeah, I really, if you could pray, or if you could do good thoughts, or, you know, whatever it is you do, whatever you feel comfortable doing, I would really appreciate it for her, for our family. You know, pray that she has life ahead of her still to live, you know, that this isn't it. And yeah, I would just really appreciate the prayers, and thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for thinking of her, my family, and just keeping everyone in your thoughts. It just means a lot. And I'm sure I'll come back with another, you know, more interesting video than this. I know this wasn't that interesting, but like I said, I've been doing other things besides coloring just to keep busy, and cross stitch was a good one. I got a little burnt out after I finished the first cross stitch, but I have other ones I could be working on, and it was a good distraction. But I do want to get some coloring and some, you know, sticker by number, or, you know, something like that going on in my life. I haven't really done a lot of like fiber arts lately. For a while I was really on a roll making crochet tote bags for my shop, in which I did list on my shop, and, you know, so I at least accomplished something. But yeah, life's just been kind of in a jumble, and sometimes it's hard to relax and get yourself into a good headspace just to do something fun when you're stressed. And of course, these past 2 weeks, my therapist has been on vacation, which is like the hardest 2 weeks that I've had, like, all year, and she's gone. It works out that way. I swear, every time she goes on vacation, something happens, and, like, I'll be fine and dandy and, like, just doing maintenance therapy and everything, and then she leaves and I crash. It's just how things work. But she'll be back next week, and I'll be getting therapy again, and I'll have some more support. And so yeah, again, thank you all very much in advance for your thoughts and prayers. It means a lot to me, and I will see you all again very soon.